everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to talk to you all about the Amcas medical school application timeline for all of my aspiring MDs out there. I really wanted to make this video because as I was in the process of my application cycle, I couldn't really find concrete information about what the exact timeline was. It was just very confusing. So I just want to make it clear and concise for you all to kind of help you through that process. The application process is from May to May. So for me, it was May 2020 to May 2021. The Amcas application opens on the first week of May. So this year it was May 4th, last year it was May 1st, in 2017 it was May 3rd. So it's always that first week of May, and that's the first time where you can go in and start filling out your application. You cannot submit your application until the first week of June. You want to submit your application as close to that date as possible, but I think it's more important to submit a quality application and take a little longer than to kind of rush and submit something that's not so great. So for me personally, I submitted mine on the 22nd of June. This was a COVID cycle, so I mean, it was a little leeway. So I didn't feel too bad about submitting my application on the 22nd, but if I could do it all over again, I definitely would have gotten it in sooner. Submit it as soon as you can, but quality is more important than speed. Once you submit your primary application, you have to wait to get verified. So verification takes about 6 weeks. I was in the COVID cycle, so it takes 6 to 8 weeks. For the 2021-2020 cycle, hopefully COVID will be over, but probably not. So you all's verification might take 6 to 8 weeks as well. My verification took 36 days, which is equal to 5 weeks and 1 day. The sooner you turn in your application, the sooner you get verified. The later in the cycle, the traffic gets really heavy and verification takes a long time. So that's another reason why it's a good idea to make sure you're prepared to go ahead and submit your application as close to that June 1st or that first week of June start date as possible. The first day that applications are released to medical schools is June 28th. Again, because of COVID this year, they changed the date to July 10th, which allowed for more time for people to get verified and just kind of deal with the chaos that was the world. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you are enjoying this video or finding it helpful. One school I applied to sent me a secondary before I was even verified, but the majority of your secondaries will come after you submit, and they come fast, so baby, be prepared. To put it in perspective, I was verified on July 28th at 2:16 p.m. and I received my first secondary on July 28th at 2:21 p.m. That's 5 minutes after I was verified. So they come in very fast. Once you submitted your secondaries, you become eligible for interviews. Woo, baby. And you can get an interview invite from July to March. You can receive an interview invite. And I think that's really the worst part of the cycle, is just the waiting and the anticipation and the nerves and the nerves. But anyway, that's a different story. October 15th is the big day. Yes, that is the first day that medical schools are allowed to offer acceptance decisions. Another thing that's really important to note is starting October 15th, when you can start receiving acceptances, you have 2 weeks to respond to your acceptance decision saying, yes, I would like to hold my seat here, or no, I don't plan to attend. So if you reject your seat, that's really all you have to do. It's like a simple click of a button in your secondary portal or a simple email, whatever. If you're going to accept the offer, you're going to have to pay a refundable deposit to hold your seat. This is not binding. So please, 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 like, if you get accepted to maybe your number 3 school or your safety school and you're like, I don't know, take the seat. Please take the seat. Pay the deposit. You will get it back. Hold that seat because you never know what's going to happen for the rest of the cycle. So make sure when you get your acceptance, you say, yes, I accept, and go ahead and pay that deposit. It'll be like $100 or $150 depending on the school. And in April, when you make your final decision, all the schools you decide not to go to will give you your deposit back. The school that you accept or that you decide to go to, that deposit will go towards your tuition. After October 15th, the next important date is February 19th. That is the day that the AAMC Choose Your Med School tool opens. For all students who have 1 or more acceptances, you'll be able to, on the same page where you access your Amcas application, you'll be able to also access this Choose Your Medical School tool. And here you'll have the ability to select the option of plan to enroll, which is basically like a preliminary decision saying you commit to going to this school. On April 15th, you have to narrow it down to 3 schools. So let's say you get accepted to 5 schools. By April 15th, you need to reject 2 of those acceptances and you can only hold 3. Or 1 or 2, or even make your final decision, but I mean, at most 3. By April 30th, that's the first day that the commit to enroll option becomes available, and I like to think of that as decision day. However, people still get accepted after April 30th. You can still hold positions on wait lists after April 30th, but if you have your acceptances and you know where you want to go, that's the first day where you can officially make that decision of, I'm going to go to this school, using the commit to enroll button. I want to give a little bit of advice. Your application cycle does not actually start in May. What? But I thought you said no. Technically, but no. You need to start your preparations before May of your application cycle. Yes, the application cycle is from May of one year to May of the next year. However, your preparations need to start long before that. All right, and so that concludes my Amcas application timeline video for all my aspiring MDs. I really hope it provided some clarity to you about the process, because Lord knows it was so confusing for me while I was going through the process. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and share with a friend. And yeah, until next week, thank you all, and I'll see you next week.